I was born on May 5th, 1924.
Wow.
Wow. So I'm 100 years old.
What impressed you the most when you got to in 1937? What was interesting about the camp? What did you like at the camp?
Well, of course, I love this kind of property. I mean, the trees and the grass and the water. And just the experience of being out in the open like this was wonderful. And of course, with girls, I didn't know many people then. And so the community of the girls were wonderful. But the camp, I thought it was great. Simple tents in some places. I had two friends that just slept in sleeping bags in between two units. And we were all part of the earth, shall I say. We had campfires every night and sit around the campfire and sing and talk, whatever it was. I mean, to a young person, that's a wonderful experience, away from home and just to be out. Of course, I happen to love the outdoors. So to me, I was into all the trees and the whole fauna. I mean, we had some plants, some places. But, I mean, here we sit today, it couldn't be more perfect. We did have swimming. I was a lifeguard for a while. And we had several levels of swimming. We would dive. Part of the become a lifeguard, was to be able to obviously swim across. We swam across the Magothy here,
wow,
which is a couple miles, I think. And at the end of the dock, they would drop bricks in the water, and you'd have to dive down and get them out to prove that you could negotiate underwater or get around underwater. Swimming, hiking. We cooked outside a lot. To cook your dinner over a campfire is kind of fun. And you just went ahead and did it. It was sort of freestyle. But the idea of cooking and also caring for children and knowing a lot about first aid and all that kind of thing too was part of scouting. And I was a little person, a little shy girl. And I came in my brother's khaki Boy Scout uniforms. Oh, they had Girl Scouts, but my family didn't want to buy one until they were sure I was going to do it.
So you got
so I had to wear my brother's. And I blew the bugle at the time, too, and I will never forget blowing the bugle in the middle of a circle of girls all in green, and I'm in the khakis. I remember exactly what it looked like. It was wonderful. God, this beautiful water, and it was calm. I mean, to swim out in the middle of that river, you feel just wonderful. It's all yours. The first year, I could only stay a week.
Okay.
I think it was $10. And my family wanted to make sure I liked it before they sent me 2 weeks. And then it was 3 weeks, and then it was 4 weeks. We would walk around at night a lot. We were out a lot at night because we'd sing around a campfire or just walk around because we knew it all by heart, you know. And we happened to have some girls that were very good musicians. A couple guitars, yes. And a bugle.
Which you played.
Well, you know, a lot of times at night we'd go out on the dock the dock. And just to be out there on the dock at night and look up to the stars, you got into all kinds of things like, what is it? You know, what's up there? A lot of us knew some of the stars, but there wasn't, I mean, just think back there, astronomy. You know, we hadn't been to the moon yet or anything like that. We'd all try to figure out what was up there. So some of the people I met here, I've known all of their lives. 2 girls in particular. One of them is still living, and the other one ended up being provost of about 4 colleges. The first woman to open be on the Barnard College, New York. They all did rather important things. And another one was a great musician, which was wonderful because she'd play the piano up here of all kinds of music. I mean, I wouldn't meet anybody like that at my school or in your neighborhood. But these people, one was from Oregon, the other was from New York, and the other was from Florida. They became great friends for life. They're all gone now, and that was very important to me because I had lost my father when I was 12. My father died, and my 2 brothers were in college, so I was kind of by myself. And to know these people and to come to camp was pretty special, part of life. There were always a few people that read maybe stories or poetry. We were all good with poetry, and they would suggest a certain subject for a campfire, whether it's woods or trees or people. And that was rewarding, especially since we had some very, very brilliant girls in our group anyhow. I mean, it's amazing we had one girl that was involved with going to the moon. And she was a scientist. She worked in a wind tunnel, you know, all of that kind of thing. We had another, as I said, that was a musician. We had another girl that ended up having a hospital of her own in Michigan, ran it, delivered 2,000 babies, and decided maybe it's time to retire. But they all went into so many different, and crafts was very important. Everybody was making something. I went to the Maryland Institute of Art. I was interested in art.
Wow.
Yeah, so I did that. Well, you know, I happen to make jewelry. It sounds awful to you, but it's more art form. And I've been making it now. I have a couple people helping me, and we're putting it in museums at this point. So I have a pretty good name in that business. And then also I'm married, and he too was an artist, and we developed the Store Limited since 1965.
Wow.
We've had that store. We both taught at Maryland Institute, so there were quite a few. And we both worked with architects, and one of the big companies we worked for is called Fairlane's Bowling Lanes. They're bowling alleys, but they're bowling lanes because have you ever heard of it?
Yes.
It's all over the country.
Yes.
And we designed 50 of those bowling lanes. The children's room and ornaments. So we were in with architects a lot.
Hearing Betty's story really resonates with me, reminiscing about all the great experience that she had. Growing up as a Girl Scout, I had the opportunity to spend many, many nights and days at Girl Scout camp, doing things like canoeing, sailing, singing around the campfire, and making lifelong friends. We are so blessed to have the camp that Betty reminisced about. I hope that you will join us in supporting all of our camps to allow girls of today and in the future the opportunity to spend time in the great outdoors, learning and experience the fun that all of Girl Scouts has to offer.